everybody, and welcome back to Darvanalee Design Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole, and today we are here for a crafting vlog. You might ask, a crafting vlog, but you're in your car. That's right. So let's get started. Good morning or good evening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I do a little bit of driving today, because it is a stitchy day, and yeah it is 6:30 in the morning, and I am heading off to stitching, and basically I'm going to be stitching on the Carolyn Manning design, and yeah, so that's where I'm at with that for stitching wise and all that sort of stuff. But I am off to for a couple-hour drive, and I'm listening to The Safe Keep. Don't ask me who the author is because I can't remember off the top of my head. Someone Vanderwarden, Yule I think it is, or Yale, I'm not too sure how you pronounce it. And yeah, so it is a foggy day today in Kingaroy, and so I'm going to hit fog all the way down. It's a lot of moisture in the air here because of the rain and whatnot in the last couple of days, so it'll be a slow old trip down, which I'm okay with. I like cruising in my car, and yeah, and I just take my time to get there, and all the things that go with that. And I am actually really looking forward to catching up with everybody. I think I mentioned earlier in the week that there was supposed to be a craft meetup last week, but because of Tropical Cyclone Alfred, that was cancelled, and so it's been postponed to the end of the month. So basically at the end of the month I'll be heading back down again, and it's good because I'm getting out of the house, I'm getting things done. And it's been absolutely fantastic first quarter of the year. I feel like I've been very productive. I feel like I'm staying a lot more positive. I'm out of my head, and crafting really is my therapy. So yeah, there goes my bag. I'm actually really happy with how it's all going, and all that sort of stuff. But I have a few hours of driving ahead of me. As I said, I'm going to listen to a book, which is good because, you know, two birds, going stitching, doing all the things, and yeah, that's skillful, mate. Cut me off on a roundabout. I'm already on it. You're supposed to give way to me. Anyway, people, they're awesome drivers, some of them. So yeah, so I'm actually really looking forward to getting stuck into this book, and reading all about it, like listening to it, and finding out what it's all about, because this particular book, The Safe Keep, was actually also on the Booker Prize as well. Sorry about the wipers. And so, of course, I've got no water in my wipers. I'll have to stop and get some. It was on the Booker Prize, shortlisted for that, and it's now made its way onto the long list of the Women's Prize, and it's been on several other ones as well. So, and it is also a debut novel. So, and again, another debut novel from an author I've never heard of before. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to read this and see what this author is all about. And yeah, I hope that I like it. It's set in 1961, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to reading another historical fiction. This will be the second one that I've read, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the business of driving, because I'm about to go out onto the highway, and I need to have my wits about me, because, you know, crazy people on the road and all the rest of it. No, you know how it is, right? Oh, I can't even see out that. I should have stopped at the... There we go. I should have stopped at the service station and chucked some water over my car. It's a very cold, not cold, but very moisture-filled morning this morning. It's not foggy where I'm driving now. car's all fogged up. So yeah, there's not much I can do about that. It is what it is. All right, I'm going to get on with the business of driving, and I will see you all when I check in, when I get to stitching, and I'll show you all the lovely stitching that everybody is doing. And yeah, all right, I'm off. So it is a couple of hours later, and as you can see, I have got to stitching. It was a bit of a hubbub, so I didn't take any footage, but this is the project that I'm working on, which is the Garden Labyrinth by Yuletide Garden Labyrinth by Carol Manning Designs. And so this is what I'm working on for the next week. So you'll get to see me check in for this. I'm almost finished page 1 of this. So I've just got a few more little motifs to do. And then I'll be moving on to page 2. So I'm super excited about that. This is one of the pieces that I really want to get finished this year. So here we can see a few other people have their pieces out. This is Leanne's little piece that she's doing, and this is a quilt that will end up coming to me and getting quilted. And yes, this one I definitely want to do. Book Dragon, I'm all over that one. Some beautiful pieces there, so you can see a little bit closer of the thing, of the piece. But everybody just does such beautiful work, and it's such a great morning. And you know, monochromatic ones, and there's such a great variety, and we spend about 4 hours together, and then we go our separate ways. So I didn't take much footage this time because I do like to respect the people that I'm stitching with, and you know, respect the fact that they don't like the cameras and stuff like that. And I, you know, and I'm just so grateful that they include me in their time and whatnot. So I'm really happy that I get to go each month, and I've cruised with these ladies as well and crafted with these ladies, and it's very exciting. But that's pretty much all of my day for Saturday. Let's get on to Sunday. Hi everybody, and welcome back. All right, it is a Sunday, the 16th of March. I just had to think then. And I was out all day yesterday, and I didn't end up doing any crafting. I come home, I fell asleep. So then by the time I woke up, I was still tired. So I watched a couple of episodes of a TV show, and then I went to bed. So, but I'm in the diamond painting room today because I'm going to set up my big cat one. So I've got to kit that up, and I'm probably going to do that out in the sewing room because there's more room out there. But I just wanted to show you what I've done here for so far. So I have already put one row of the the release papers. I've already put one row on just to see how many I'm going to need, and I've got it rolled out, so I won't have to move this for quite some time, and I may have to like rotate it around to get to other edges of it. So I'm going to put the camera into the holder so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let me just check that I can see it. Yeah, all right, so you can see here I've got it laid out, and I will grab the camera off the rack and show you a little bit better the way I've got it. So I've got probably about 30 centimeters away from the wall, and that's the edge of the, let me just see if you can see that. I can't really see what's going on because the camera's off to the side, but that's the edge of the table. And down this end, can you see it down here? Yep, you can see down there, that's the edge as well. So I've still got the plastic film on it, but I have these release papers that I've cut in half. And so they are about 4 inches by 8 inches. And I think that that is a good section to do in one session, and then I can walk away from it. So it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 7.5 because it's only a half row up the top. And you can see I've got these big clamps as well that are holding it in place. And I've got these large wonder clips that I've got holding it down the bottom here so it doesn't slide off. I do have the lip there, and my light pad is underneath, so that is all going to work. But basically this is going to curl over. There's nothing I can do about that because I can't roll it this way down because I still have a whole heap over to this side that's rolled up, because this project is 99 centimeters in width, so across this way, and 70 centimeters up that way. So what I'm doing is I'm just moving the plastic sheet back, and I'm going to put I've cut out some of these. I haven't cut them all out. So I'm just going to place them down, and then that's the section that I'm going to do each time. And these just come off real easy. They're just really shiny on one side, and then and I got these from Diamond Art Club. I have got other ones from AliExpress, and they're just as good, but they're a little bit flimsier, and they're not great for reusing because they are a little bit flimsier, whereas these are just a little bit thicker, and I can reuse them as well. So I thought I had a container of them that were numbered, but I think that they were big ones, and I might have got rid of those because they were too big, and I ended up giving myself a little bit of RSI, and I really don't want to do that again. So there's that. So basically I'm just going to place these on all the way up. I don't get overly hung up whether they're absolutely perfect or anything like that. I just want my sticky area to be covered, and that way I don't have to stress about the dust getting on it or anything like that. So this is the trickiest part, is doing this end. Making sure that everything's covered and that's not covered. So I've just got to bring it down a bit, and then across a bit, and then that'll be covered. There we go. And then I'll just put one more up because it's not quite all the way up. There's I don't think you can see that on camera. It's probably about 10 rows that are not covered. So I just add one over it. And as I said, I'm just going to put these on until I have used them all. And then I'll leave the plastic film for the rest, and as I unroll it, I'll put more of them on. So I have 52 colours to sort out into their containers, and I will show you what that looks like in just a moment. But I'm going to continue on doing this until I've used all my bits that I've cut. Okay, so these are the, there's 52 colours in this diamond painting. Oh, look at that. There's my 3.5mm crochet hook. Must have sat on top. So these are the same ones that I normally use, except this one actually has a foam insert. And remember I said I had some bits and pieces left over? There they are. Look at that. And I've got glue dots here that I don't really like, and I've got numbers and all that sort of stuff that are all in here, but I'm just going to move that stuff out. And I think these are round black ones. Yeah, they're 310 and they're round. So I had a whole packet left from a project that I did, so I'm just going to leave them up there. And I'm going to pull everything out of this because I didn't have this table before. I had all these different things that I could use. These are blank labels that I can use as well. So I've got to find my little trays and everything to put in the inserts into the drawers, and then that way it's going to keep everything organised. So basically what I'm going to do is this will go in here. So I have that there. There are numbers 1 to like this has got all the numbers on it as well, but this is numbers 1 to 60, and there's 52 colours in this. So basically the 53rd one I turn upside down, and then I know all the colours go in here, and of course the 6 has got a dot on it as well. This 5 has worn off, so I'll have to put another sticker on that, but for the meantime I know that that's number 5. And yeah, so I need to just get my colours. And like everything else, these actually don't tell me the number that is supposed to be. It actually gives me the colour number that is on here. So it's got like 498, but it doesn't tell me what pouch it is. So it doesn't have a 1498 like other ones that I get, like the cheaper ones usually have a 1. So if it's colour 1, and then it'll have the DMC colour to it. So that's why I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to do it out into the sewing room, because I'm going to have to work through this methodically. All right, let's head on out to the sewing room. But before we go, I will show you what it looks like from when I walk into the room. Okay, so you can see there, it's all laid out. I've got some things that I'm going to put away, which will probably just go into the drawers. But now I've got these release papers on here. I have left the cellophane for 2 rows just to make sure no dust gets on there, because I'm going to be working in this area for quite some time. I'm definitely not going to be doing a section a day, except maybe on the weekends. So it may take me 2 days to do this at the times that I work. So I don't work for a whole day on this. If I worked for a whole day on this, I would hurt my arm, and I don't want to do that. So I might spend an hour here and an hour there, and then I'll basically I'll just work on it that way. So that's what it looks like. This one is going out into the sewing room now, and that'll get put away, and I'm going to kit it up and so I'll be able to start some tonight. All right, so we have these massive amounts of bits and pieces here. Get me paper scissors, and I'm sort of a bit disappointed that they don't have numbers on them, and I've got to work out where they all go, which is painful. I've never seen a Diamond Art Club like that before, I don't think. I can't remember, it's been that long. Alright, so sorry about all the rustling, but just trying to get them in order. Wow, there's a lot of black. That is all black. So obviously I'm not going to open all of them. I'm only just going to do one at a time. So I'll put them up there. And it's number 5 is black. And of course the ones that are open, I will just clamp. I've got little baggies here that I'll put them into, and then I'll just clamp them together. So if they fall out, it's fine, like they'll be in baggies. I do have a pile of those that I sort of hold on to from most of my pieces that I get. All right, sit them over there. All right, now this looks like, so they're not even in order. Like that's 133. What the heck? That's number 1. So this is going to take me a while, but I think I'll be ready to start this afternoon, if not tonight. Oh, shit. This is another reason why I do them out here, because I can usually track them all down. And he spilt a couple. And there's always extras. Like it's very, I don't think I've ever run out, but it's better to be safe than sorry, right? So they are the AB ones. And like you couldn't really see them, but once I've finished the diamond painting, you'll be able to see a lot better. Alright, we have 2 814s. So let me just take one of those off. And these will all sit in the top here as well. So 28. It is so much quicker when they had the little numbers on them, because you can just pull out the number that it belongs to. You don't have to look at the code, which is the DMC color. And I know that there are people use all different sorts of methods of storage and all that sort of stuff. I just find it easier just to do this, just to put them into a little baggie. And if I don't have a little baggie, I just clamp them together. I'm the only person that touches them, so I know that they're not going to get distorted or anything like that. I do have another tray which has, I think, 60 in it as well, but that is for another piece that I'm working on that I completely forgot about, and I actually don't know where it is in my craft room. I've put it away somewhere and I don't know where. So yeah, there's that. Oh dear me. Alright, 742 is 25. Alright, I'm going to keep doing this, and then of course next time that you will see me is when I start laying down some diamonds, because I'm going to be here for a while, and I can also listen to a book while I'm doing this, which is great. And yeah, because we're actually currently doing Naughty and Nice Book Club, and so I can get some more pages read on that. And as I said, the next time you see me, I'll be back in the diamond room, and I'll be diamond painting room, and I'll be starting to put some drills down. Hi everybody, and welcome back. All right, it's a couple of hours later. I had to go and do a few errands, so this is going to be up super late. But anyway, I have sorted out all the bits and pieces that I needed for this particular chart, which is this Pussycat one. Let me bring it up a bit closer for you so you can see it. I got everything sorted out. I put some sticky tape down on this because I don't use these, and I'm going to use this as my key because, as you can see, I've covered up a lot of it over this side. So I'm going to have this out so I know what I'm using for each thing. And I've got my bits and pieces sitting up above here, which that's the only thing I don't like about this table, is I don't have enough room if I'm working on a big chart. So I'm just going to go grab the stool, and then that way I can have that off to the side, because where I'm working, because I'm right-handed, I start over on the bottom right-hand side of the chart, and the little side table is over on the left-hand side, which is almost a metre away from me. So I'm going to get a little the stool that come with it, and I'm going to sit that off to the side at the right here and have my all of my bits and pieces on it. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so that is sitting off to the side to me, so I can reach that really well. I've got my little chart here that has all my bits and pieces on it. So basically I'll just clip that up here. Probably can't see that. I've just got a Wondery clip, and I've just clipped it to the top because I'm going to be working this section down here. So let me just move it up a touch. And I'm pretty sure that you can see that okay. And I'm just going to start working that section. So I'll pull this off, and basically I'll also clip this to the, because I may need that. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of this. And of course I use my magnifiers to make it a little bit easier. I do need to roll it a little bit, so let me just, it's still all, you know, up in the air on what's going on and how I'm working it and all that sort of stuff, because this is the first time I've done a big one on this table, so it's all a little bit, you know, new and all that sort of stuff. So I've got my power board and everything sorted out. So yeah, all right, let's just get that sorted. And I think that that is good. You can see that okay. And I can see the symbols okay as well. So I'm just going to bring this down because it's too far up for me to see up there. And I might just clip this over here. And then that way it's not going to move on. I can see it okay. Let me just bring that across. There we go. All right, I think I'm all good to get ready to start. All right, I'm going to use my purple one today. And I have putties and all that sort of stuff, but to be honest, I'm a simple girl and I just like the pink wax that comes with it. Works perfectly fine for me. So I'll just pop that up there where I can see it. And all right, so I am looking for 310, which is number 5. I'll grab my little, might use the gold one today. Just take my little stopper out of that. Set that there for a second. And so the colour I'm using is black, 310. And the tray I'm using is an Add More Zest one. You'll have to excuse my voice. It's got really croaky this afternoon for some reason. And it's not because I'm dehydrated, because I've been drinking lots of water today. So I don't know what that is. Just an old lady voice. You can probably hear that scratching in the background. That would be my cat. So this is a square too. So I haven't worked with a square in quite some time. Last time I worked with a square, it'd have to be over 2 years. Apart from that little one I was doing, which I didn't end up doing any practice with. But I do only usually do 3 at a time when I am, multi-place. And of course, the Diamond Art Club stuff is really good, and I can usually move it around until I get it right. So excited to be starting this one. So exciting. A bit of rubbish there, let me get rid of that. Come off one of the... So I sort of use the multi-placer and get them in place, and then I use the single placer to just maneuver them around. And squares do take me a lot longer, and a lot of the time I sort of also just do single placing as well, because I find that a little bit easier. And you know, for the most part I'm pretty quick at it anyway. So when I get down to like where I'm placing against another colour, I tend to just use single placing. But there's quite a bit here, so I did not think I would be able to see the light through this canvas because it's fair in the back, so I'm glad that I can, because it makes a big difference. Once you get started and you get everything in place, you tend to go a little bit quicker. So, and I do have, which I don't have it out at the moment. Where did I put that? Oh, I must have put it away. I'll have to get that out. I do have a straightener that I can use. And I've got like other tools that I can use as well that like you put down these little squares. So these are supposed to help. Let me just put that there. I just spilled these because I'm still getting used to this table and stretching for things and whatnot. Get that. All right. Let me set that up there. But apparently this is supposed to help. I don't know how it helps because I've not used it before, but apparently you place it down, but I can never sort of get it to line up. Oh, that's sort of lining up there. It's not perfect. Not very long shot. So apparently this is supposed to help you place them like you do it in the crosses section, and it makes it easier to place it, but it doesn't look to me like it's lining up properly. So, and I did get it off AliExpress, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, that's not lining up properly, so I'm definitely not going to use that. Get rid of that. I'm just going to play around with, you know, getting my feel for squares again, because it has been a hot minute. As I said, it's been quite a while since I've done any. So and you know, the different charts, like where you get them from, do make a big difference with how they place and whether the drills are good or whatever the case may be. Like, and you're always going to get like a little bit of wiggle room as well. Like, that's one thing I did notice with squares, like you can get them to place pretty good. And sometimes you just got to do a little bit of adjustment. And you also have to remember too, like if you do squares and you don't like the look of it and you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look good, step away from it for a bit and then come back to it and see how you feel about it. Because a lot of time you're right up on top of your work. So a lot of time it looks worse than what it actually is. And sometimes you've just got to walk away and take a step back and then, you know, come back and look at it a bit later in, you know, with fresh eyes. Like if you're tired as well, that makes a big difference as well. So just come back and look at it with fresh eyes, and I guarantee you'll like what you see. I'm the same with like when I do cross stitch and stuff and I'm working with white. I hate working with white. I think it always looks messy. But when I come back to my piece with fresh eyes, it always looks so much better than what it did while I was working on it. And diamond painting is very much the same. I have been hanging to start this since I got given to me. I'm like, I need to have it. So thank you, Gail, for gifting this to me. When I went down in October, they were waiting for me. So it was lovely. It was lovely to get them. And I've got a Christmas one as well. So yeah. But I'm just going to stitch. I'm just going to do a little bit today because it's pretty late in the day. And yeah. And I just was excited to get it started. You know how it is, like a kid in a candy store I am. It's just been so, I love doing big ones, like big charts and canvases and stuff. It's just something that I always gravitate towards. But I do like doing the snack size stuff too, because, you know, you get that quick finish and it always makes you feel good when you accomplish something like that. So that's why I've had some of those little ones. And of course, while I'm doing this one, because it is going to take me a little bit longer, I might end up doing a snack size one during that just to break it up a little bit, because there is a lot of black in this. I think there was like 7 packets of black. So yeah, that's a lot of black because the pussycat's all black. But I'm just going to do one square at a time, and I've got what, 7 squares, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's that? 35. So even if I was to do one a day, I still wouldn't have this finished after a month. And I know me, like I will, because now I've got this table here too, I will, you know, probably do some in the morning and at night, probably do half an hour and all that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting it done though, and I'm looking forward to getting it framed and up on the wall in the library too. I'm pretty sure I've got another bookish one as well that's quite big, which I was thinking of doing for the door to the library, because you can see it as you walk in the front door, and then you can, because we're turning the foyer into a little like non-fiction section, and we're going to have a chair in there and all that sort of stuff once we get rid of the stuff that's there. And once that's gone, we can make a start on that, and we'll have bookshelves out there, and so I'll be able to decorate a little bit out there too with bookish stuff. So it's going to be good. You hear the kookaburras going off. It's got really warm this afternoon. I had to go over and pick up the ute because I've got to get rid of some rubbish and stuff, so I had to go and swap cars, so that took a couple of hours. I hung out with Brendan for a bit this afternoon while we were over at the workshop, and just he's getting all the stuff done over there, and we're just talking about all that sort of stuff. So yeah, he's putting some fencing, like temporary fencing up, and as you know, as usual, the race course had a thing on, and then this week he's been hassled by the council because, you know, they decided to put their horse racing course in an industrial area, so then they get up everybody because, you know, industrial area, especially out here, you know, they almost look like bush blocks in a way. So yeah. But it's almost 6 o'clock, so this is getting late. And it's really muggy here, and I'm sticking everything. I think this will go together pretty quickly once I get into the swing of things. I reckon it'll take me probably 2 months to do, maybe. We'll see. And I do tend to get a lot more done during the week than what I do on weekends. So I don't tend to do too much diamond painting on the weekends, so there's also that as well. I'm supposed to work on Red Dragon today, but I didn't work on that, so I might work on that tomorrow because I'd like to get my 500 stitches into it. I just had people coming and going all day, and I had Patreon sprints, and then I had to go across to, like, it was just a really busy day where it wasn't conducive to doing much craft at all. But I did manage to get this set up and get some of these down. So that's something. I like to do something each day. But sometimes the universe just works against me and it doesn't happen. So yeah, but anyway. So let me know in the comments down below what you're working on while you're watching this vlog for today. And obviously this is a combined vlog. It's Saturday and Sunday. the birds going off outside. End of day shenanigans, as they say. Though kookaburras usually only go off when there's a change in weather coming, so. And everybody's winding down for the Sunday afternoon. So that's gone pretty quick. It always spins me out when there's like a sea of colour and then you just get one random colour in it. Cracks me up. It's like, that's so weird. Why? I wonder why there's just that random colour and you don't really know until after you've finished it, like that section, and you go, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's just because you're up on top of it, you don't realise. Motorbox are out. Everybody's out. I'm wrapped that I've made a start in this. Absolutely wrapped. Had a pretty good weekend. Got to go stitching and all that sort of stuff. Started watching a TV show called The Boys on one of my friends, Coda, said I should watch it, so I watched it. Watched 4 episodes. It's alright. It's, yeah. I'll see if it goes any further. I was talking to Brendan about it, he goes, yeah, I didn't really like it either. So, I don't know. It seems alright. I'm sort of curious to see where it's going to go. But Brendan did say it started out really good, he said, but then it sort of just lost the plot, so... And then I was a bit confused because last night I started watching it, but Prime's got this terrible habit of starting it, like, it started it in season 2 instead of season 1. And I'm like, well, why are they showing me all this stuff that's happened? And then I realised, oh, that's because it's season 2, episode 1. So I need to go back because you know how they do the highlight reel when they start a new season, because that's what it was. So I'm like, that's so weird that they would do that. And then I'm like, oh, hang on a second, it's Prime. Let me just check. And then I realised, like, it didn't really spoil anything for me because I had no, like, I had no idea, like, how that played out in the first season. So, yeah. But, I sort of had a chuckle to myself. I'm like, yeah, that'd be right. Spoil it for yourself. But it didn't really spoil anything, so. But I don't know whether I wasn't enjoying it because I was tired because I'd had a long day yesterday. I didn't sleep very well the night before. I went to sleep pretty late as well. And then I was up at 5 and out the door by 6:30. And then I, you know, drove down to stitching, stitched all day, then drove home. The good thing is I listened to a book yesterday and got that finished off the Women's Prize. Really good book. If you haven't picked up The Safe Keep, it's by Yael van der Wooden, I think is how you pronounce it. It's Y-A-E-L van der, D-E-R, Walden, W-O-U-D-E-N. It's a debut novel, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a sapphic romance, historical fiction set in 1961. Got a bit of a twist in it. It's very, like, the main character is not a very likable character, and it has a sort of gothic feel to it a little bit. Like, it's really hard to explain without giving it away, but it's a bit spicy. It has, you know, a sapphic romance in it, and as I said, there's a bit of a twist too, and it's also the backdrop of World War II's in it, but this is like 1961, so it's years after the war, but there's still that is in the background, which is really interesting as well. So it almost plays a character in itself a little bit, but it's not the prominent part of the story, if that makes any sense. And I was lucky enough, I tried to get it on Libby as an audiobook because I knew I was driving and it was the next book that I had to read. And I tried to get it on the Libby library app, and there was a 10-week wait. And then I thought, I wonder if it's on BorrowBox. Sure enough, it was on BorrowBox, and I wait, and I'm like, thank you very much, I'll take that. So I listened to that to and back, and it was that good that I didn't stop listening once I got home either. So I got it all finished, which was good. And sort of when I got to my destination as well, I sort of sat in the car for about 5 minutes and kept listening to it. So that's an indication of a pretty darn good book, in my opinion. So what I think I might do is I'll just keep doing these black ones, and I'll probably just then put the cover sheet back on because it is getting late and I need to wrap the vlogger up and whatnot. So I'm going to keep going as long as this goes, but I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And give me a thumbs up as well, because that all helps me get seen in the algorithm and helps my channel grow. And as I said a bit earlier, let me know in the comments down below what you worked on while I was doing a little bit of diamond painting today, and tell me, are you as excited as I am to start this? Because I am. I'm pretty excited. And while you're down there, put a little diamond if you've made it this far as well, so I know that you've made it to the end of the video. And of course, I will obviously see you in the next video. And I hope you enjoy the end of this one, because I'm just going to keep going until I'm done, and then I'll end it out.